Shizuka Anderson, and welcome to Shibuyummy, your all-access pass to all things yummy here in Shibuya, Tokyo. Today, we are exploring the world of ramen. As you can see, I'm dressed like a ramen chef today, but we are not exploring the ramen that you're all most familiar with. Forget the heavy broths and the artificial seasonings. Today's episode is all about ramen reimagined through the art of subtraction. It's going to be highlighting the natural flavors for a lighter and healthier take on this beloved dish. So if you're hungry and curious, make sure to stay tuned because it's not just going to be yummy, it's Shibuyummy. Let's go. All right, my first stop of the day is right here at MENYA TAMOTSU, and it's a ramen shop that's located about 10 minutes away from Shibuya Station, and it first opened in the year 2020. But what makes this ramen shop so special is that their noodles are made without salt and also without kansui, which is lye water, and that's an alkaline solution that's typically added to ramen noodles to give it that classic chewy texture and yellow color. So this one is not made that way. The noodle style is actually inspired by how we make udon noodles in Japan. So I'm very curious to see how they pull this all off and yeah, to try this slightly healthier version of ramen. Why don't we go inside and give it a try? Oh, all right, so this is the ticket machine where you buy your ramen.
Hi. まずこちらですね、お出汁が和風出汁のあっさりか背脂の入った少しこってりした醤油があるんですけど、どちらにいたしますか？
どっちがおすすめですか？
うち出汁がすごくあっさりとしたいりこと昆布のベースの出汁になっているので、よかったらぜひあっさりを食べていただければなと思います。
じゃあぜひおすすめでお願いします。
かしこまりました。ではあっさりでご用意させていただきます。はい、すいません、お待たせいたしました。醤油の香るのあっさりのセットですね。前から失礼します。
ありがとうございます。All right, this looks fantastic. It smells so tasty as well. It seems like a classic soy sauce ramen, but with a slightly lighter color broth, which is quite notable. Also, I love that they have a slice of chicken and a very thinly cut slice of chashu pork. Normally I'm used to these like round circular sized chashu like this, but this one is so big it almost looks like a slice of beef. Yeah, it's a little bit unusual. And it also seems to have some nama shichimi, which is a raw 7-spice pepper blend. And apparently it's less spicy when it's not dried. So I've never had that before. I'm very curious, but the main thing I'm curious about is the texture and flavor of the noodles because there's no additives in it. See how it tastes. いただきます。Oh, what? That is so good. Oh, I was really curious. I wasn't sure what the texture was going to be like with these noodles that don't use any kansui. But my goodness, they're maybe not quite as bouncy and chewy as a standard ramen, but they still have some bite to it. All right, now I'm going to try a sip of the soup on its own because it is kind of a lighter tasting broth so far. Oh, that's really nice. This one almost tastes like a blend between a soy sauce ramen and a shio ramen, which is a salt-based ramen. And typically the soups are lighter in a salt-based. It feels like the middle ground between that. It's very light and easy to eat. Get a little green onion with some of this nama shichimi. And we scoop up some noodles. All right, let's try it all together. That chashu pork is fantastic. It is so thinly cut. It's not as like thick and salty as other chashu pork that I'm used to. It's really fine. It's almost like eating a very thin slice of Wagyu beef in terms of texture. It's a little bit fatty, but not overly fatty. I love this ramen. If you're looking for something light and refreshing, even in the summer, I think this would be a perfect choice. And it's a bit healthier than other ramen. I love that you get such bang for your buck. You get a crispy karaage, you get a healthy looking rice ball, which has barley inside of it as well, plus a little yogurt drink to close everything off. All right, bottoms up. Yum. That is really good. Oh, so it's just a fresh tasting yogurt drink that's really, really rich and creamy and tart and a little bit sweet. This is a great way to close the meal. Wow. Light, tasty, and healthy. All right, I need to ask a little bit more about this. 淡水を麺に使ってない、あと塩も麺に使ってないってお聞きしてるんですけど、それってどういう意味でこういう選択肢をしたんですか？
スタートした店主が、うどんをずっとやってきた人で、じゃあそのうどんのような、ラーメンが作れないかっていうことがまずスタートでした。でもともとそのやっぱうちはだしにスタートからこだわりたいっていうので、香川県の伊吹島から取れるカタクチイワシっていりこなんですけど、そこのいりこを使っただしに合う麺ってなんだろうってなった時に無冠水麺っていうところにたどり着いたっていうのがきっかけとなってます。
このセットがすごくモリモリで、なんていうのかな、すごいお得感があるんですけど、なぜこのようなセットになったんですか？
うちの社長がですね、大分県出身でして、大分の唐揚げって中津の唐揚げって非常に有名なんですけど、その唐揚げを再現しようと。
本当にモリモリで満腹で帰られます。はい、本当にありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
All right, it's now time for this very special moment at the end of each restaurant. はい、Shibuyummyありがとうございました。
こちらこそありがとうございました。
ごちそうさまでした。
ありがとうございます。渋谷は日本の中心地のように感じてます。それは文化やカルチャー、あとは流行がすべて最先端に行ってまして、で外国の人の方にも非常に楽しんでもらえる街であるのは間違いないかなと思っています。
My next stop of the day is right here at Toisoba and Ramen Tonari. It's located about a 10-minute walk away from Shibuya Station in the deep back streets of Shibuya. And their signature dishes are, of course, chicken ramen, because Toisoba means chicken ramen. And interestingly enough, oyster ramen is another signature dish. And all of the ramen they have here are made without artificial seasonings, which is a really great thing. So let's go inside and give it a try. Ooh. Very cozy. すみません、注文いいですか？はい、やっぱりこのかきラーメン一つと、あともう一つちょっと味わいたいと思ってるんですけど、おすすめメニューってありますか？
そうですね。今日だと暑いんで、この冷やしネギ塩鶏そばが冷たいラーメンでおすすめです。
わかりました。じゃあ今日はこれでお願いします。
お待たせしました。かきラーメンです。
すごい。ありがとうございます。Wow. This looks very nice. Oh, it smells good. I can smell the yuzu. Can't wait to give it a try. That is so tasty. It really is not overpowering, it's not pungent, it just has this really gentle oyster flavor with the soy sauce. It feels very light, yet rich. So good. All right, so let's take a look at these noodles here. Oh, that looks really good. They're kind of a thinner noodle. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Oh, those are really, I love the texture of the noodles. Nice. It's a very thin noodle, but it's still got a little bit of chew to it as well. Light, it kind of melds very well with the soup base. That like rich soy sauce flavor really adheres to the texture of the noodle, which is really nice. I'm curious to try these wontons now. All right, this will be my first ever oyster wonton in an oyster ramen. Here we go. Okay, so I've got a little yuzu on top to kind of make it reminiscent of like a oyster out of the shell with a little bit of lemon juice. Here we go. Cheers. That is really good. Very meaty, meaty oysters, and I love the hint of the yuzu on top. It actually was reminiscent of lemon juice. So tasty. Here you go, something new and very, very enjoyable.
お待たせしました。冷やしネギ塩鶏そばです。
Wow, so this is the chilled chicken ramen. You can smell the green onions. There are so many green onions in here. Here you go. That is very refreshing. That's a completely different flavor profile. It's very light, only faintly has a chicken flavor. It's more, what would you call it? It's almost citrusy, almost. Yum, okay. Like a cold summer soup, like chilled soup. All right, let's check out these noodles hiding under this mountain of green onions and scallions. All right, so I've got my noodles here. Let's top it with some nice chilled cuts of chicken, some seaweed, and of course, some scallions and green onions. Wonderful. That's gonna be refreshing. Here you go. I'm just gonna do a spoonful of it because there's a lot going on here. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if I can do a spoonful. Here we go. The texture of the noodles is really nice. It's very stretchy and bouncy. So I think that's quite common with a summer noodle though, interestingly. So even when I eat hiyashi chuka, which is the chilled Chinese style noodles, it kind of like stretches a lot. It kind of, I don't know, adheres together better. So I get that vibe from the texture. It's very refreshing that it goes so well with this light soup. These little meaty bites of light chicken don't overpower any flavor. Just kind of blends with the soup, which is really nice. And then you get a bit of crunch from those scallions. Altogether, a very refreshing summer ramen bowl. Ooh. Okay, all right, bye. ラーメン2つともすごく美味しかったです。
ありがとうございます。
ごちそうさまでした。
ありがとうございます。
牡蠣ラーメン私今回初めてだったんですけど、はい、すごくなんか味が濃すぎず。なんかすごい旨味もあってめちゃくちゃ美味しかったんですけど、特にこだわってるポイントとかって何でしょうか？
そうですね。牡蠣の味が前面に出るように、鶏は控えめにして、牡蠣のお出汁と牡蠣そのものと、あと具のワンタンもお醤油で煮た牡蠣を刻んで皮で包んでワンタンにしてます。で使ってるお醤油も広島の牡蠣醤油。
あ、広島の。
そうですね。牡蠣尽くしのラーメンに仕上げてます。
今回いただいた鶏そば、冷やし鶏そばってなんか柑橘の香りとかも入ってるんですか？
ネギ油です。
ネギ油。
焦がしたネギの油でちょっと香ばしい感じですね。もうお料理始めた時からラーメン屋さんになる前から化学調味料は使わないでお料理ずっと作ってきたんで、だからラーメンもちゃんとこう手間暇かけて作れば化学調味料を使わなくても美味しいラーメンが作れるっていう確信はありました。
化学調味料が入ってなくてすごくヘルシーなラーメンになりましたね。ヘルシーだけど美味しい。っていうことはShibuyummyですね。And that means it's Shibuyummy and Shibu healthy. It's a new one. Shibuyummy 認定です。おめでとうございます。Congratulations!
じゃあ僕にとって渋谷は思い出の街です。
Well, there you have it. That was our healthy ramen episode for today. Although a lot of ramens tend to have some artificial seasonings in it, these ones really focused on their natural ingredients, and that made them all the healthier, but nonetheless tastier and Shibuyummy. So they're all really good. If you want to try something that's a little bit healthier, then these are definitely the ramen chops for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure to give us a like, leave a comment, and let us know what you thought about the oyster ramen and the cold chicken ramen in particular. I'd love to know if you've tried anything like this before. And we'll see you very soon in the next episode for more Shibuyummy surprises. Bye! perfect timing.
怪物妖怪怪でも飴ちょうだい飴ちょうだいちょいでも飴ちょうだい怪物妖怪怪でも飴ちょうだい